This is Vincent Scully and welcome back to our video series where we're looking at AcuGraph and its uses in our clinics and our day-to-day practices. A very common question that we're asked is, where does our traditional training fit within the AcuGraph system, and do we need to disregard our traditional 8-principle or 5-element training? Well, the simple answer to that is no. In my own practice, I have found that to get the best results, I can couple my 8-principle training or my 5 elements with my AcuGraph reading. So primarily when I look at a pattern, and one pattern that's quite common would be, say, liver chi stagnation. And if we're looking at that from an AcuGraph perspective, we may see an excess in the liver meridian, and with that we may get a point recommendation of, say, liver 2. And normally with our liver chi stagnation, if we can combine liver 2 with, or liver 3 with gallbladder 34, we're going to help relieve that symptom. The other thing to look at with AcuGraph is when you take an analysis of a patient energetically, you're getting a 100% accurate screenshot of their entire energetic being. Rather than, say, with our traditional 8-principle, you're looking at your primary pattern. You do realise that it does have implications across the rest of the organ system, and we can look at that within AcuGraph within the 5 elements chart, so we can see the interrelationship of an organ imbalance. But when we're using, say, our traditional pattern diagnosis and we arrive at the pattern we're going to treat, sometimes we can miss out on some of the other aspects that are being affected by that pattern. So with AcuGraph, as I mentioned, you do get a 100% accurate reflection upon the energetic aspect of the individual. You can couple that with your 8-principle diagnosis, and within the AcuGraph application, as well as recording the points that AcuGraph has recommended, you can add in your own points into the notes section. So again, you're keeping very up-to-date and accurate point notes for your case history. And this is a really important aspect of AcuGraph, that you have your case history for the entire treatment process that you went through with that patient. The other note is, do you screen every single time that a patient comes to your clinic? In my own practice, yes, I do. Other people wouldn't, they might do it every 2 or 3, but I actually like to see the complete progress of a patient energetically across the whole treatment course. In doing so, we're addressing very specifically the energetic imbalances that are going on. Traditionally we would use tongue and pulse diagnosis, but as you know yourself, the tongue will take a little bit of time to change, but once we're inserting a needle into a patient, we are actually changing them energetically, so that impact is across the whole system. If we look at the flow of the meridians over a 24-hour period, you can put a needle into one point and it's going to have a corresponding ripple effect across the rest of those meridians. So for myself in my practice, I like to screen using AcuGraph every single time. And if I see a particular symptom that needs to be addressed that's outside the treatment protocol of AcuGraph, I will include those points within the protocol and I will make a note of them. And then I specifically address the symptom as well as the overall energetic imbalance. And then if there is specific point recommendations for a particular pattern, I will also include those once they don't conflict with the AcuGraph recommendations. Okay, so that's the end of today's video. I hope you found it informative. If you would like to contact me to ask any questions, feel free to do so. You can email me or call me at the numbers that will be on screen at the end of this video. Okay, thank you. Talk to you in the next video. Bye bye.